Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's morning here for me still, 10:30 a.m., 11:30 New York time. As always, do your own research. None of this is financial advice and or recommendations. Educational and or entertainment purposes only. All right, we're looking at the NQ, MNQ here. I look at MNQ, NQ either way. Micros, minis. There is slight deviations every once in a while, but take a look at a few trades I took this morning. Take an overview of the day so far. Definitely range bound coming into Friday. If I didn't say it already, today's Friday, July 18th, 2025. See you right there, 11:30. We're live. Markets are open. Nice run up yesterday. Took a little scalp on the PM session as well. 2 for 2 yesterday. I'm riding a nice streak. Thank you, Lord. But lunch. Here's the quick spike I took, targeting the lunch highs yesterday. That was my last trade for yesterday, right before the PM session. Then it turned on the new 4-hour candle starting. But overnight, Asia, London, and then the pre-market. So pre-market swept London lows, consolidated right before the 9:30 open. It came up and swept that London high, 928. I was only watching from my phone here and there. I wasn't in front of my charts yet. I like waiting until after 10 now. It's a beautiful thing. It's changed my trading for sure. But at the bell, or right before the bell, we swept. And then came down. I was watching on my phone again when the 10 o'clock medium impact news hit. Today was two medium impact news reports came out, consumer sentiment and something like that. But this was an immediate wick. I saw when this price opened, it went whoosh, slammed it up there and then came back down. So that was definitely a stop hunt, taking out anybody that was riding these shorts down right here because it continued lower. So I was watching order flow, bearish for the day, even though the monthly, weekly is all pointing bullish. Today we are Friday, so we have a nice chance for a TGIF setup. If you don't know what that is, do some research, but I'll show you a little bit. Again, not teaching, just showing what I've done based on what I've learned from ICT. Thank you, Lord, for everything that He's provided for us, and David as well over in FX4 Living. It's all by the grace of God that I understand this and learn from my two mentors. So thank you guys. But back to the fun. 950 to 1010 macros, delivering lower. I was coming up on this macro. I was at the 1050. It's the macros that I played today, or traded in. I won't say played. People think it's gambling. Some people are gamblers. I was a gambler one time too, but no longer. Now I understand. So I was looking at these 15 minutes in time. This high to this low. This high to this low. Framing trades. Once it came up in here, I executed some shorts, targeting this low, and all this liquidity right here built up. So it's not always about patterns. If you're a pattern trader, you're going to have a roller coaster ride. Ask me how I know. Follow order flow, understand time, understand days a week, understand potentials, and then do the research and then rinse and repeat and look at it. So it's the first time I've been short in weeks. I think I've only taken like 2 short trades in the last month because everything is bullish order flow right now and I'm following it. The only reason I was bearish today was again for the TGIF potential setup. So we got nice retracement, came up to 75% of this one up here right before I was looking at it. And then this 15 minutes was set up like this. It's consequent encroachment, OTE. I shouldn't say consequent encroachment, 50% midpoint of that dealing range, of that price range. Call it what you want. Entering short, targeting again. So that was my setup. And also if we look at the weekly chart, I got it over here on the power of 3. Weekly chart is definitely extended to the upside. Nice bullish candle. So I have the low drawn at the open, the high drawn at the high, which was obviously just now. So it just set the high of the week right there on Friday, right before the bell, right when it swept that London liquidity. So that is the high of the week. And TGIF setup is looking for a retracement back to 20 to 30%. That is all ICT rules. It's not stuff I've made up. Do your research, check it out. So it had already retraced into that zone, so I was just looking for a continuation as it retraced up into it. Now that this order flow is bearish on a small time frame, and overall high time frame is bullish. It's all about understanding context. So that was my trade setup. And if you don't believe me, we'll jump over to where we executed. There's the morning, here's that 10 o'clock wick on a 15-second chart. There's the 9:30 open, or 9:52, excuse me. 9:30 opens up here. There's right before, there's pre-market where it set the high of the week so far. Most likely is, but anything's possible. So this is people that like to gamble, trade in here. I'm not saying if you're a good trader and you trade in there and you're successful, good for you. This is where a lot of gamblers fail. Don't believe me? Do your own stuff. I'm just trying to help. All right, so here's the macro times. 9:50 came down, swept that. 10 o'clock took out the people trying to follow. Very easy to see there. And then we continued lower into the areas I was keying in on. So there's my fibs. Looking for the retracement up here. We got it, OTE right there. First entry, started moving. I was like, are we going to go already? Came back, little retracement, added on the position. Came back one more time. I said, thank you very much. I'll take 5 more. I grabbed that bus too. So I had multiple bus riders today. Stop was up here, above this 15-minute, because this is my higher. This is just zeroing in for precision for entries. My stop is up at 239. Roughly 20 handles, give or take. So 16, 30 handles. It's within my risk tolerance. And oh, look. Beautiful move down inside the macro. All within the macro trading. Just started peeling them off. I had orders stacked all the way down here, 1 and 2 at the time. Just take out all these nice liquidity levels. And she started hitting them nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I hit that. I said, I'm content with that. That's enough profit for today, so I just closed it out right there. Came back up a little bit, refilled, and then it did spike down. So 180 was definitely below my terminus target of 186. So could I have held through this? Sure. Did I want to? Nah. Was I content? Absolutely. That's what you need to find, is what makes you content. Find your model. If I can be of any assistance to you in helping your trading. That was today's trade. Wrapping up the week. That's a beautiful time. And yep, we hit that. And now we're consolidating ever since. Let's take a look at live price just out of curiosity. Retraced back up after it pulled that liquidity. So now it's just kind of hanging out right there. That's a nice move there too. That's actually a model there as well. Came back up to that. But I'm done for the week. It's been beautiful. I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful. 15 contracts on micros played today. I like it. All right, I could take some of that off. Don't even need those anymore, just for explaining. Let's look at the weekly activity, just out of curiosity. Oh, I can cruise back since I didn't make a video on it yesterday. Let me jump back over here real quick. I'll show you yesterday's quick scalp leading into the 2 o'clock hour. That was a fun scalp. It's so much fun when you get in the groove. There's yesterday's final scalp. So there's the one that I did the video on yesterday morning. And here's the scalp in the PM session. If you're curious. Liquidity rated down here. Activated sell side. Nice liquidity, nice low resistance here. Targeting up here. Going in again in the macro. Entered right before the macro. 1350 is right there. So I was entering right here. Love this. Nice balanced price range right there. Protecting. Came down, tapped into these volume imbalances one more time. I thought about adding on right here, but I said, nah, 11 was enough. And actually, I had a slight malfunction that I had to work through because I had my contract set at 1, and I thought it was still at 5, so I entered my first one. I said, and then I had a couple orders stacked. I'm like, wait, I have 2 sell orders and 3 sell orders stacked, and I only got 1 contract on. So I said, let's get the 5 back in order. So this is the weird one where I actually had 11 contracts. My first entry, second and third entry. Building the position in this nice BISI right here. Came down, stabbed it one more time into that volume imbalance, and off to the races we go in the macro. Targeting this buy side liquidity pool before the end of the 4-hour candle. So I wanted to be out before 2 o'clock. That's exactly when it actually rated that. So instead of being part of this volatile candle, I just peeled off and I was done right here with just under 2 minutes left. So peeled off 11 contracts there inside the macro. I mean, that's just so much fun. I love it. Fantastic. All right. So let's look at the weekly, see what the weekly profile looks like here. Monday low of the week, Friday high of the week. That's kind of interesting. There was that big spike down, and I was inside of that trade. That was fun. It's fun looking back at it. And no, I'm not taking any other trades that you don't see. This is all legit. If you're curious, here's a look at the weekly where the trades were. See? There's that candle. There's my earlier of the week trades. Monday, Tuesday, no trades. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Beautiful. I love it. So thankful. No, I wasn't down here at the bottom, 839. That was one where I was a little early, then I got out right before the big drop. So it looks cool, but I was participated before this major drop down was there. But that would have been a sweet entry for a one shot, one kill. It's fun to look at stuff after the fact and be like, okay, as I start to graduate up time frames, we'll keep that in mind. But I'm very happy with my very short-term risk. I don't want to be holding trades for hours and days, and you can't even do that in some of these funded accounts anyways. So play by their rules and take advantage of it. So that's fun. So there's the weekly profile. Let's jump back over here. 20 to 30%. We've spiked on into it, so that was the perfect setup for that context. Weekly range. What does, let's look out of curiosity. How's the daily looking? Just keep making all-time highs. Definitely slowed down because we're in July. We got one more week of July, and then August is going to come. Let's see if we have a quarterly shift. Interesting price leg here, all the way back down to 16,250. Look at how far we've come in just a half a year, and what that price action's done in the year. I'd say we're a little overextended, and we might be due for a pullback. We'll see, though. Anything's possible. Maybe we'll go to 30,000. I'm not predicting anything. I'm just seeing what I see, and I follow the order flow. We're having fun. Love it. All right, with that, I'll leave you. Hope you had a great week. Hope you're doing well. Any questions you got, I can try and answer them. I appreciate you guys watching, and gals. As always, make sure you live for today, because tomorrow is promised for none of us. Take care.